Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Grace may be arrested after Liam Excrescent's fake jewel gets exposed. Will captivity await the plutocrat theft in the end? Liam was treated for excrescence that no way truly was. Liam indeed landed in the sanitarium with a brain bleed after his collapse at Bill Place, but the rest appears to have been an elaborate scheme. It wouldn't have been that hard to change in other reviews for Liam's and make it look like he'd an inoperable brain mass. As for the decline in Liam's condition, we'd say the medicines Grace gave him are to condemn for that. Grace has putatively been putting the pieces in place for this fiddle. Each along, and formerly Bill was there to ante the bill for Liam's medical phenomenon, she moved to the final phase. Grace supposedly constructed Liam's excrescence so that she could move Bill to pay for an unanticipated cure. The surgery that Liam just went through presumably didn't involve further than a cut on the reverse of his head to vend this. Grace is presumably scrabbling to pay off old debt connected to her ex-husband, Reese. It's easy to see that Grace feels shamefaced about what she's doing, but she may be guarding Zoe and Paris if they've been hovered over owed plutocrat. Whatever Grace is over against, it's cruel to manipulate Liam and Bill like this. Hope and Steffi are manipulation victims too, since they've been dreading Liam's eventual demise. There was no need for any of that if Liam's excrescence was a fiddle. From the launch, you can go that Bill will want Grace to pay when the verity inescapably comes out. Grace may eventually be placed under arrest for faking Liam's grim condition and satisfying Bill to pay big bucks for an experimental treatment that wasn't indeed real. It'll be satisfying if Grace gets dragged down and bined and thrown behind bars. The show may try to give Grace a sob story with all the debt drama, but she deserves to be locked up for her crimes. Grace wouldn't get down with this indefinitely. Liam could suffer some memory loss after his coming surgery. Liam wake up believing he's still married to Hope. Liam has inked up for a dangerous procedure that could fluently go wrong. Liam will survive the surgery ahead, that doesn't mean he'll come out of this exactly the same man he was ahead. We're talking about an operation on Liam's brain that's in the veritably early stages of development. The fact that everything has to be kept a secret says a lot about the position of threat then. It's possible Liam could end up wedged in a coma for a while, which could give Hope and Steffi yet another reason to condemn Bill for causing Liam detriment. Liam's plot could take to another direction, bone. That would have a huge impact on Hope's love story with Carter. When Liam allowed his grim fate was ineluctable, he pushed Hope to patch effects up with Carter. Liam wanted to make sure Hope had someone special in her life once he was no longer around. Liam is witnessing this scary brain surgery. We've to consider the possibility of some memory loss. Liam's excrescence may be removed, but what if he suffers at least partial amnesia as a result? It'd be intriguing if Liam woke up believing he was still married to Hope. The show's done analogous stories in the history, such like when Steffi awoke inaptly allowing Liam was still her hubby after Sheila fired at her in the alley along with Finn. Maybe it'll be Liam's turn to awaken thinking that Hope is his woman. Liam's mind could return to a time when he was happily married to Hope, so what might her response be to that news? Hope would be thrown for a circle at first, but she might eventually come around on the idea of a new morning with Liam. Indeed, after Liam learns how their marriage fell piecemeal, he might assure Hope that he doesn't care and just wants a unborn together. Carter may sweat he's going to lose Hope to Liam once he gets another chance at life. That's especially true if Liam's recollections get meddled with and he believes he's still Hope's husband. Finn will calf. Grace about Liam's condition while Steffi deals with some alarm bells. Steffi and Hope will continue their discussion. There'll surely be more talk about Liam and everything he's been through in recent months. Liam saved Steffi's life, so she'll wish there was some way to return the favor and end all the brain excrescence drama. The study of losing Liam will remain delicate for Hope and Steffi to indeed wrap their heads around. Liam survived all the Luna fermentation, but Steffi and Hope have further reasons to worry. Steffi may call Finn, just to seek the rearmost Liam news and make sure he's still doing okay. That's when Finn may admit that Grace inked off on Liam's release and allowed Bill to take him out of the sanitarium. This is passing way too soon since Liam's still recovering from a projectile crack, so some alarm bells may be on the way for Steffi. Hope could partake Steffi's enterprises if she also gets updates on Liam's quick sanitarium discharge. Steffi and Hope wouldn't realize that Liam apparently just passed surgery to remove his excrescence and give him an occasion to live. Bill will remain thankful as he watches over Liam and vows to make the utmost of this alternate chance. Bill's perspective, this will truly feel like the medical phenomenon that Grace claimed it was. She can't stay down from the sanitarium too long without raising reservations, so she'll head back to her office ahead long. Grace will look at a million transfer that's completed on her phone and feel relieved yet guilt-ridden, so she may use Bill's plutocrat to pay off the person who's been draining her over the phone. All signs point to Liam's brain excrescence being a con, meaning he didn't need a miraculous procedure and presumably didn't get one. Grace most probably just sliced Liam's head open and put a girth on it to produce the experimental treatment vision. Liam's former test results may have been bogus, and whatever capsules he was given may have just made him feel sick as part of the fiddle. Still, she clearly had a motive to go through with this position of deception, if Grace is floundering with extreme debt and pitfalls against her family. Grace is acting all kinds of shady and will ultimately face Finn's grilling session. Finn will no doubt corner Grace at some point and wonder why she approved Liam's early sanitarium release. Finn may ask if that was wise considering Liam's brain excrescence weakening him on top of his firing recovery. As Finn asks about Liam's condition, Grace may horrify over all the questions and leave him indeed more suspicious. Grace is keeping some huge secrets that'll come back to suck her sooner or laterly. Bridge and Finn esteeming Liam's adaptability, especially given everything he's gone through lately. Luna shot Liam after she also shot Sheila by accident. Liam gathered his strength and shot Luna. Unfortunately, after surgery, when Luna sounded to be recovering, Lee revealed she'd failed. Poppy said she was glad that Luna had failed. Lee, who criticized Poppy, tried to ensure that she knew, but Poppy doubled down on her shocking words. Liam had a long road to recovery, especially since he was also dealing with an inoperable brain excrescence. Bill just wanted to see his son, and he was absolutely intolerant. Steffi Ridge, and indeed Hope made sure to remind Bill that he's the reason why Luna was in captivity, where she belonged. Bill apologized, agonizing over his regrets with his son. Of course, Hope accidentally slipped and let Bill know about Liam's excrescence, and Bill entwined indeed further. Grace performed surgery on Liam as everybody awaited to hear word on his recovery. We're still trying to reuse Poppy's veritably public and unanticipated response to Luna's death. We knew that Poppy was over her son, condemning her for everything wrong in the world and framed her for the murders of Hollis and Tom. But saying she was glad Luna was gone? That was cold. Honest and sad, but cold. Indeed, Lee was like, damn. Remonstrating Bill out of the sanitarium. Bill meddled up royally. He knows it. Will no way understand why he'd Luna pardoned. And he'll pay for his conduct every day, should Liam succumb to his injuries or his excrescence. But throwing him out of the sanitarium when his son was fighting for his life was a choice. It's going to be worse than you could ever imagine. 3 pellets, 3 victims, 3 surgeries, but only 2 survivors. Who'll come out of the operating room in a body bag? It's on Bridget Lee and Grace to save their cases, but surgeons aren't phenomenon workers, after all. In the midst of all that life and death, we also have Liam continuing to decline. And he may not be suitable to hide his illness much longer. Teasers show someone has a stark consummation about him. Is its father? He's hopeless to see his son, which doesn't feel much like a Bill move except of course when effects are going horribly wrong.